Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the offense readies for a first down and 10.
Hey, Purdue! Purdue! Get set, get set.
Carr now on first down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Down. Blue 80. 29. Mike 50. You're mine. 694.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Down. Blue 80.
Here's the first carry from Sean McCoy. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
93. Low. 29. Blue 80. 734. I'm on. Go. 36.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
At least 5-7. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, here we go.
On second down, here's Wentz. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, 31 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when we start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. Carr now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Monday, down. You got 56 there.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Carl try it again on second down. Buying time to his left. Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Come on now, on the ball now. Let's go. Hey, ram.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Let's go. Get over there. Go. Hey.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Three down. Here we go. 81. On the mark.
Wentz will try again on second down. Open man left side is Gronkowski.
On the ball.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Goal.
Now Wentz on third down. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a negative yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries. But he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. Wentz now to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way to get it done.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Hey, 734. Hey, 734. Go, Chief. White Monday. Get set, get set.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going deep for Walker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. One of his main targets. It's Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Go, Chief. Get down, get down. Get set, get set. Hey, here we go.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Check 99. Down. Blue 80. 734. Go, go. Turn it up, turn it up. Hey, here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Man open. It's toss complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Carr now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Down. Blue 80. Yeah, 98's down. 734. Hey, here we go.
On 1st down, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. LaShawn McCoy, 34 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
82, 82. Lion. Shorty, 5-2. Go, go.
On 1st down, Wentz. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now running right through him. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Get down. Blue 80. Hey, pick your game up. Check 37, check 37.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Carr. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The final shot here before half for Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
We got a runner. Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. On the ball. Tight right. Hey, Lou. Alert.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Lion. Shorty. 20.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Wentz to throw on second down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, stash. Gold.
Wentz to throw again. In trouble, and he'll go. Khalil Mack able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 57 yards. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Heavy, heavy. Down. Blue 80. White down. Here we go.
This give is to McCoy. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here we go. You're mine.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Down. Blue 80.
Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
1. Raider 1.
I got him.
Hey, here we go.
Watch the safety.
Again, it's McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jadeveon Clowney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go. Liz. Lion. Black, come on.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3 down.
Now Wentz. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now McCoy, he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
Right.
637. Get down. Blue 80. OP. Hey, here we go.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Carr going to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Tim Brown, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready 294. 808. Down. Go. Blue 80. Go. Get set.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr.
Flare.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Number 82, the intended receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end right.
637. Get set. 180.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
White. Get down. Blue 80. Go. Get set. 24. Hey, 734. Hey, 734.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now McCoy. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Black, come on.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Hey, Stash.
They'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Here we go. 120. Black. Hey, Stash.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Black. 82.
He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Wentz now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Foul.